both of our next guests are affiliated with the volunteer programs through Family Court. Now, Anna DePaul is here. She's a counselor supervisor of the Guardian Ad Litem program. And Janis Fehnel is here in her capacity as coordinator of the volunteers in Family Court. And they're both going to be discussing various programs, including the Victim Witness Information Program. Welcome, Anna. Janis?
Thank you.
Well, let's start off with Anna. Now, Anna, what does ad litem mean, and what's the purpose of that program?
Well, Guardian Ad Litem, for our purposes in Family Court, means an advocate for the child independent of his parents or his legal guardian, who can look at the situation with some neutrality, depending, whether it's neglect or abuse,
and
whatever the situation is.
And the purpose of the program?
The purpose of the program is to have the child in a neglect or abuse situation have such a person chosen for him so that they can be neutral. It won't be either an agency like DSS is involved with the case, or a social agency, another social worker, or somebody who can, with some neutrality, look at the situation as to what is best for that child, rather than, what the parent wants or what the child wants.
Now, I know child abuse and neglect is a major national problem. What are the statistics in Delaware?
In Delaware, let's say for an 18-month period, we had over 4,500 cases reported. This is just reported cases now. A lot of these cases are not reported. And about 1,045 of them were validated as valid complaints.
Now, what's the role of the volunteer in the Guardian Ad Litem program?
The role of that Guardian Ad Litem is to talk to everybody who's involved in the case, whether it's parents, social workers, doctors, lawyers, whoever's involved in the case, and do an investigation independent of anybody else, and then come up with a report for the judge. No recommendation is made, but just background information so that the judge has more information for him to make a better decision for what is best for that child.
How much training and time is involved in becoming a volunteer?
Our first training group got 20 hours of training before they got sworn in as volunteers. Since the program started April 1st, they meet with me on a monthly basis. We have 2 meetings a month, one which is a training program and the other one which is a support group. So the training is ongoing. The initial training period is only 20 hours now.
Now, could you please tell our viewers how they could get involved in this volunteer program?
For anyone who's interested, the best person would be to contact Janis Fehnel at Family Court. It's 571-6032.
Well, Janis, how does one get involved in these volunteer programs?
If someone's interested in volunteering in Family Court, they need to call me at 571-6032, and I will ask them to fill out an application form and interview with me. And then I will try and match their specific skills and interests with an area in our court where we need volunteers.
You have various volunteer programs, I understand.
Yes, we do. Volunteers can help our clerical staff by serving as receptionists and typists. They can help our counseling staff by serving as case aides, or if they have the appropriate training and experience, they can serve as actual counselors. Or they can help the victims and witnesses in Family Court by serving in our Victim Witness Information Program.
Now, how does that program work specifically?
Okay, it's staffed by 6 volunteers, and they have been trained to provide information to our court's victims and witnesses about how our court runs and what they can expect in the various hearings that they must participate in. The volunteers also get information from the victim about the extent of their losses, and they provide that information to the judge so that the judge may order the juvenile to make restitution back to the victim.
Is this a more extensive training than some of the other programs?
The training varies depending on the position that the volunteer is going to fill. All volunteers receive a 6-hour orientation program to Family Court, and then they receive on-the-job training by their immediate supervisor. Once the volunteer is working in the capacity they've been trained for, they do receive ongoing training if it's needed.
Now, can anyone volunteer, or are special skills needed?
For the most part, the volunteers will acquire the skills they need through the training that we provide. We do look for volunteers who have a sincere interest in helping people and who can agree to work for us for a specified period of time. We generally ask a volunteer to be with us for approximately 6 months at the least.
Is there a shortage of volunteers right now?
In Family Court?
Yes.
At the present time, we are short on clerical help. We desperately need receptionists and typists. And I would expect in the next 3 months to need more volunteers to serve as case aides, helping the counseling staff.
Anna, how is the guardian ad litem program working out?
So far, we have only used 13 out of our 24, but we are anticipating a program, training program coming up in January, and we will be looking for a more diversified group than the first group that we train. Hopefully more in the ethnic areas such as Spanish-speaking people, black people, different areas. Our first group only consisted of women, so we would like to get some men involved too, if possible.
Was there some initial opposition to the program from, let's say, attorneys or other people in the community?
I think there was a little bit of it, yes. There was some.
But now has it seemed to be accepted well?
Yes, I think the attorneys that have been involved in the 13 cases that we have been assigned have been surprised by the dedication that these volunteers have put into the case. Since there's only one case that they're handling at a time, they're able to devote as much time as they can, which my workers could never do, or a division of social workers could never do. So they're able to spend the time looking into that, what's best for the child.
I saw the article in the News Journal about the volunteer programs, and I noticed your picture. Was Anna, your picture was in the paper?
Yes, it was.
Janice, was yours in the paper also?
No, the pictures of the volunteers are in the paper.
That's right, now I recall. Well, that was a very good article, and I hope a lot of the viewers read it, because what these ladies are doing is very important to the community. And I congratulate you both for what you're doing, and I wish you both success in your endeavors, and if we can be of any help here at Focus Delaware, please let us know.
Thank you.
Thank you.